Hi everybody, I am here again. I have a duty that I am working on. I showed it. People know about that. Well, not a lot of people, but some people of course know about that. I I'm I'm working on an activity that is about articles in English, of course. I bring from media. I brought all the articles till the moment from Sky News, and of course I will carry on until I finish this series, just bringing things that are connected to England or happening in England, whatever, just from Sky News, just that. Because afterwards, after finishing this series, of course, I will think about something different, and for sure, I will start something and bring it to share it again, and keep, of course, working on it. Because I'm doing series, so they take, a number of, they take episodes, and every time it will be the same in every series until it will be clear for those few watchers that I have here, and this is it. So now it's what I have, and I'm going. Anybody who watches, so they can make up and say what sort of thing that I'm doing, because every time I do the same, not different articles, just different articles. They can be about different subjects or topics or whatever, but the same technique that I'm keeping, and I am showing just one way since the beginning. The same I'm doing with this series that that is about articles, and of course also in the previous one, which was about sayings, words of wisdom or motivation, a little bit philosophy, etc. It was an activity that I was doing. Of course, I brought every time a different quote, and then but I was doing it just the same way as the others, despite the fact that they were completely different. But doesn't, but the technique that I was working on was clear. Every video was about the same period of time, almost, and also was about the same way of surveying it or practicing it or just showing it. It was a 5 minutes, I think, time, talking about a sentence that I was bringing, which were, of course, they were full of meaning, and they had to talk about that during 5 minutes, sometimes six, I think. Yeah, until I finished, and that the previous series ended up in 50 episodes, and now I'm doing the second in English. It's about articles that I'm bringing from Sky News, things that happen in the UK, Great Britain, and I bring them from Sky News, and I'm showing a way of surveying and analyzing and studying and self-developing a foreign language. It's about sometimes sometimes politics, sometimes weather, sometimes events, sometimes anything that you can see in media. It's a little bit, it's sometimes about sport. It's like this. I'm working on, and so I have a lot of episodes in there. This is the 15th today, so it's already clear. So someone who watches, I think that's already clear. All right, and I am still keeping on going with this activity that I have, in the middle. I think it's in the middle, yeah, because I think, I make my mind, and I ask a lot of questions and then I answer them. And I think there is no need, I said it, there is no need to be making those very, very long series. Just, I think, with 30 episodes, that would be very much more than enough, because I develop myself in the first place. I do this for myself. I like it. And yeah, I share also because I'm generous. I like, putting something there, and people so can, whatever, know what they do. But yeah, I think with 30 will be great to take, to step on to something different and then bring it here and share it with those followers, those few watchers who watch what I do sometimes. I don't care, what intention, what sort of followers I got there because I have no contact with them. That's fine, I am not seeking here, friends. I am doing an activity, and I don't want to be just like that person who is who pretends to become a friend of everybody. Okay, well, it's all about choice, and so people, if they choose to watch what I do, so welcome. I will be happy about that, but I am not doing that in order to just to interact or just to get to know people, whatever. So what I do is there, so people can watch and see if what I'm doing, deserves something or not. I don't. Well, just yeah. But I'm from the depth of my heart. I'm offering this with good intention. I am an a foreign language learner, and I know that there are a lot of people who care about foreign languages. So I think it's not bad to watch and see how I do it. So I bring articles, yeah, from Sky News about England, and I read them slowly, carefully. I explain if there are some words that I don't understand. Then I select them. I find their meaning. Then I read the text again or the article, and see the function and the meaning and the place of those words that I didn't understand before in the context, and say what what all the text means, or what the text is all about, and where those new words that I discover, I know their place, in the sentences or in the text, in the paragraph, or how they work in a language in general. And of course, people have different interpretations, and words are like tones of music. It's just like language depends on a person. It's just like an art. It's like anything else. I don't know whether if I could find how beautiful, how to describe the learning a foreign language. It's so beautiful, it's so attractive, and because it's something very, very enjoyable. It's an art, is a joy, really. It's just like a big it's hard for me to describe it, because anyone can just learn a foreign language, and they become a different speakers. They will go in different directions. They will have different interests, and etc. Because words are art, are like music, and etc. I love words since I since I was a very much younger, and that's why I'm not giving up, and keep enjoying what I'm doing, because I love what I do, and I makes me happier is that every time I enjoy this more. I add more vocabulary, more knowledge about foreign languages. I'm showing English till the moment. Well, at the beginning, I tried even some things that were very much like away, or so far away from the uh, languages studied, or like this sort of activities. I try to do like to teach maybe cooking, or I tried a number of things, but at that moment I was just like seeing what things were were just like coherent with me. I wanted to say what things I am happy with. But at the end, I decided to do what I do right now, And of course, as a person, as a Spanish speaker, I speak Spanish very well. I'm thinking lately very much about combining these two languages, because I could say interest in Spanish language in my home city and in other parts of the world. So I think I should be just, relax most in the first place. I shouldn't stress up, because this is just my hobby, and why not? I can also find activity, organize and plan activities in Spanish language for those people who love or are attracted by Spanish language. I could see interest, and I'm happy about that, because Spanish is such a beautiful language as well. English is very important. People know that. So I'm working. I'm already working with English, but I should be working on Spanish too, so I can offer what I could to someone. Why not? Because I am a good Spanish speaker. That won't take big effort for me to be also offering Spanish for those who care about Spanish. I'm thinking very much about it. It will be any day. I will be doing two languages, so people can choose. If those very few watchers I have are happy with English, what I do in English, so they can take a look sometimes. And if I have like my followers or those very few watchers also like Spanish, they will have something in Spanish that I will be making for them. Sometimes when there is time, desire, when it's possible, of course. And if I will just attract or add different new people, that would be really fantastic. But anyway, so I'm working on articles right now. I am in the middle. Of course, I said it, I won't be making long series of 50. That's that's terrible. If I come every day, it will take 50 days. Now I come just when I could, when I feel that I want to come, or I'm motivated, and that's it. Sometimes I take like more than a week. If I make series of 50 episodes, then to finish one it will take maybe a year, and that's long time. That's madness. Well, I think with 30, maybe 20, that would be good, because in 20 or 30, it's very much enough to show what sort of activity I'm doing, what sort of techniques that I'm using, everything. It will be clear enough to understand what type of the thing is what I am working on, or what sort of city is, because 20 is a big number, 30 also a big number, and that's and bring something different, so people can know, just my different ways. Okay, because I think I love this, and I just think I can be offering, adding there, and people, if they wanna if they take something from me, or like what I do, or don't like it, whatever. So that's I won't feel just I will be happy anyway, because I'm working. I need to be coming here. This helps me so much. I can say a big change, because I always had this very same level, but fluency when it comes to doing this sort of activities, it was it was depressing at the beginning. It was hard, but with the practice that I'm showing, so I improve, I get better. Every time I have more freedom, every time it's very much easier for me, and that's what really makes me come. It's I am taking benefits from this in the first place myself, and at least I am showing, something. And of course, for people who just don't trust themselves enough, or they don't have that confidence, they believe that learning foreign language is something like impossible, or they doubt about learning or becoming a very good speaker of a foreign language, of foreign languages. I'm also doing these activities to show that is of course possible. You can be in your country and then learn a foreign language and become a very good speaker of that foreign languages. That's also one of my intentions. I am showing that it's possible. Even you are just in your country, you have your native language. Of course, you can learn one foreign language very well, or a couple of them, or three. It's possible. It has to do with work, discipline, belief, and loving it. It has to be a passion, okay? And this is why I come here to keep running my mouth and showing that that I speak, of course, English. I speak Spanish, and I come here to speak and show it for those people who still are dubious. They still have doubt if this does worth it or not. This sort of confusions. I'm coming here to show that it's possible. Okay, honestly, I have this intention because I could see students, learners, adopting, and a lot of them at the end give it up because, well, but I think it's hard to. I think it's important to have someone who knows me, who lives in my city or a place where I grow up, and say me speaking a foreign language. So if they start with English or Spanish or any other language, they will remember it's possible because we know someone who was like us. At the end, he became a good speaker because he made effort. Okay, so I have the article today. It's very short. It's about it's about visiting Italy. People from the UK who will visit Italy. Apart from now, they have more easiness right now. It's just like easy for them. They won't be just like much restrictions than before, which is lucky for them. Italy is a beautiful country, and the step that Italy is taking is very important, and it's good for British visitors to Italy. They won't have to suffer, and they will have more freedom to go to Italy to visit. And this is vocabulary. I have 3 words today. Okay, I read the article. It's a very short one today. I could find one very short since long time. I read it and then I talk a little bit about it. Vocabulary, finished. Okay, as I do it, because I am showing techniques, ways. Okay, I have to remember this. And then when I finish, close, I will be back one time. Next time, because I still have to add, those episodes I need till I finish this series. So simple. Anyway, I read the text, okay, and then I go to the following step. Well, text. COVID-19, Italy to scrap quarantine for fully vaccinated travelers from UK. From 31st August, double-jabbed visitors from the UK can show a negative COVID test to avoid hotel quarantine. Travelers from the UK will no longer have to quarantine when they arrive in Italy if they are fully vaccinated and can show a negative COVID test. Italy's health ministry said the 5-day mandatory quarantine will be scrubbed from 31st August. The negative PSR or antigen coronavirus test must have been taken 48 hours before arriving in Italy, and it must have been at least 14 days since the second vaccine dose was administered. Existing restrictions for visitors from other countries will remain in place. The country had introduced the restrictions on 21st June amid growing concerns over the Delta variant's prevalence in the UK. Until 30 August, anyone who has been in the UK in the previous 14 days has to show a negative test to enter the country, self-isolate for 5 days, and then take another negative test to be released from quarantine. Italy is on the amber list for all 4 nations in the UK. This means that fully inoculated travelers coming back to the UK from Italy also need to show a negative test that was taken up to 3 days before traveling. Data released by Italian health officials on 20 July showed that the Delta variant accounted for 94.8% of coronavirus cases in the country. In the UK, the figure is over 98%. That's the article. It's just the shortest maybe I brought till the moment, and it has to do with tourism. There is a picture of one of Italy's coasts. People, doing tourism. Has to do with travelers, those who visit foreign countries, and this time has to do with Italy. Something that is so unique that Italy is applying to the people, to the visitors or tourists from United Kingdom to come to visit their country. It's way easier for them right now for British people to visit Italy because apart from now, the previous restrictions or rules were just ended up yesterday. So today and on, it's something different. So the British people have it easy to visit Italy, especially for those who are vaccinated twice, double jabbed visitors, those who had 2 vaccines already. So what they only need to go to Italy is to have 2 vaccines, to show already taken, and a negative test of PSR, which has to be negative. It will be shown, okay? They have to take it maximum 48 hours before going to Italy to visit, and that will, give them that possibility, permission to go to Italy without doing quarantine of 5 days in the hotel, wherever. So just 2 vaccines, one and a negative test of coronavirus, and people from Great Britain can enter in Italy without having to isolate themselves wherever. So with that will be just everything enough for them to do a normal tourism in Italy. Just this has to do with those nations in Great Britain who have this possibility with Italy, but other nations, all the rules and the restrictions will remain in place as before, except Great Britain. They have just to show that they have 2 vaccines and to be negative on coronavirus. That's all. And of course, people, also British people going back to England, will have to also show a negative test of coronavirus to just to avoid quarantine of 14 days Italy is just applying a quarantine of 5 days for those who just come from other countries. But in the UK, so when even with their people, when they come back from visiting Italy, they have to show a test of that is negative of coronavirus in order to avoid those 14 days quarantine. Let me see it here. Until 30 August, anyone who has been in the UK, the previous 14 days has to show a negative test to enter the country. And of course, people who go to Italian people or people who live in Italy who visit, who come back from England, they have to where is it? They have to just August and in the UK 14 days has to show a negative test to enter the country for 5 days. And people who live in Italy and or Italians or people who live in Italy, if they visit England, when they come back, so they have to bring a test which is negative of coronavirus, and they have to isolate for 5 days, and they will be released until they show a negative of a test of that is negative on coronavirus, in order to be given freedom to just to be just like moving in Italy freely like anybody. I see if I can add something else. Well, I'm running out of time. I'm just taking so much time. I speak so much. Well, that's okay. That's good. Has to be with speaking, okay? More than, most importantly, of course. Because when you have text, I'm just showing away, all right? When you have text, so article, whatever, so you study it, you survey it this way, you understand it, and then you keep on. And that's how I do it, because I don't need to be just giving all the details, because I'm just showing away. So those who care about learning and improving oneself, so just take this way and then do it your way. You can come and then when it's up to you, so you can, I don't know, you can just do it the way it's used to you the most. You can just bring every detail, do it just summarize differently, whatever. I'm just showing something, okay? So the text, as I said, is so clear. It's about people from Great Britain that as they have to visit Italy. They have to be having two vaccines and a negative tests of coronavirus. Then they can go to Italy without having any sort of restrictions or just or quarantines. Well, they have to just to be, of course, careful, but they have the same freedom like that is given to anyone. But other people coming from other countries, they don't have the same possibility. Just the exception is Great Britain for visiting Italy. Okay? Good. Vocabulary. I have 3 words. To scrap. To scrap means to reject, to throw away, or to refuse, or to get rid of something. To scrap is Italy to scrap quarantine for. Italy has scrapped quarantine for those visitors from Great Britain if they have 2 vaccines and they are negative of COVID, right? That's those the quarantine and the restrictions will be scrapped for them, just except for people from Great Britain visiting Italy. So that's what scrap means for me, to my understanding. Okay. Prevalence. Prevalence means spread, propagation, diffusion, expansion. Expansion, yeah. Propagation is prevalence means spread. Just something goes viral, something just expands, okay, spreads, like the virus, like information. It can be anything that spreads. It starts in one place and goes it goes viral. Well, whether if it's information or anything. That's prevalence means propagation, means spreading. Okay, that's what it means for me, especially in this context. They can have other meanings because words sometimes, well, there are a lot of words which are so ambiguous. It depends. You cannot just have to just concentrate when you are reading something, because there are plenty of words which are ambiguous. They have different meanings. They sweet and they can work in different in different contexts. And then every context they can have a different meaning. All right, you have to be aware of this. And so that's prevalence. Okay, I move to the third and the last word, which is inoculated. Inoculated means vaccinated, injected. To get vaccinated, to get inoculated. I'm inoculated. I took just one Pfizer vaccine that against coronavirus, and I still have to inoculate for the second time and the last time. Okay, inoculate means vaccinated, to vaccinate or to get injected. Okay, so this is it for today. I'm happy that I came. I am not taking much time now. I'm happy about that. I still have a number of episodes to add to close this series. Of course, I will be coming till I finish, and then after that I will start something different, another series. I'm getting addicted. I love it, and I'm also thinking about something in Spanish. I will start it anytime, and then of course I will be doing two languages at the same time. So if there is somebody with passion to develop or improve or learn Spanish, they will have that possibility with me as well. All right, so have English. I'm going on. I'm already started. So people made up an idea about me, my way of speaking, my way, maybe my way of thinking, everything. And also I should be coming here to run my mouth in Spanish too and bring some stupidity, to publish there, so people can see it. And that's it. Like as I said, I don't care. I should just be coming and doing what I have to do, and that's it. Because this is in the first place, as I said it a number of times, very important for me. I can notice a big improvement. Well, and people, of course, know what they do. I don't care. Anyway, thanks very much. Bye bye. See you next time. Take care.